Now, keep in mind, this is our history that we're talking about, and we just opened up the book of the Lord, all right? So let's read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Right, so if you listen good, who was Moses speaking to? Who? Israel, right? So Moses is speaking to all Israel. Now let's see what he said to the children of Israel. All right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so first and foremost, he is our God, right? He is the God of Israel. Okay, let's prove that first real quick. Give me that in Amos, right? You only have, I know, or is that Jeremiah that I want, that I'm thinking about?
Amos
Right?
3.
Yeah, give me that. Give me that in Amos 3. I want to show you this real quick, because everybody say God is for everybody, right? But if God is for everybody and he loves everybody, why in the hell would he allow such an atrocity to take place on this earth, right? Why would he allow us to be in the hoods and the ghettos getting murdered by the police, right? So we finna find out. Read.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Hear this word the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, who?
O children of Israel.
So the Most High God is talking to the children of Israel.
That's right.
Right? That's what we just was able to identify. So now read on.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Out of everybody in the world, he just said, I only know you, you children of Israel. I'm only dealing with you, right? Just like your father. If you get in trouble at school, he ain't coming up there for everybody. He coming up there to check you, right? That's what the Most High God has just said. Read it one more time.
Oh, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
He will do it.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, that punishment is the same thing as the curse that we finna read right here. Go back to that. Right, this is the punishment that the Lord has placed upon us because he only knows us. Right, Deuteronomy 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So God is our Father, nobody else's. He said if we don't listen to him to keep his commandments, which is his instructions, how we supposed to live our life, how we supposed to deal with each other, right? For example, you my brother, right? I'm not supposed to have hatred towards you. I should never be able to try to pull a gun on you and try to rob you, murder you, anything towards you, right? Why? Because you're my brother, you're my own people. Right? God gave us laws on how we supposed to deal with each other, which is what we need in this community.
Right.
You understand? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Now all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses translate to what? What was the other word we read earlier? Curses or a punishment, right? Stick with me real quick, because I'm finna get a little bit more interactive with you. So now, God said curses will come upon us, okay? Now let's see what these curses do. Give me 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Right, you got an ID, bro? No ID. But if you had an ID, it will have what on it? Information about you, right? How to identify you, right? Right, so it's the same thing with the words that's written in this Bible. Just like this history right here that you are aware of is particular to us, only us went through that. That ID is only able to identify you. Same thing with this history. It's only able to identify us. Right? Read.
And upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Right, so these curses are on us for a sign, right? That's the main thing I want you to understand. So now, let's get a sign that proves that we the children of Israel, because that's who the Most High God talking to, right? He talking to Israel, right? So let me show you something real quick. Give me the slave ships. We finna show you how the Lord brought us into the land of our enemies. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Come holler at me real quick. Come holler at me, because we going over our history real quick, right? We showing my brother here. What was your name again, bro? Huh? Darius, right? What's your name, King? Sabir? All right, Darius and Sabir, right? So what we finna do is prove this history in the Bible, right? Which is how we know we the children of Israel. Now, read that one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, so if you're familiar with any history, right, the children of Israel were slaves under Pharaoh. They built pyramids and things like that.
Right.
Y'all ever heard of that before? The children of Israel built pyramids. They were slaves under Pharaoh in Egypt. So we finna identify what the word Egypt means. That's the operative word. All right, I want y'all to pay attention. I want you to read that one more time first, and then we're gonna get what Egypt means.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Wait, what?
With ships.
Now, let's see what Egypt means, right?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What is Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
Right, so Darius and Sapir, what did the Most High God just call Egypt for us to help us know? What did he just call Egypt? The house of what? The house of what? Did you catch it? Read it one more time.
Out of the, excuse me. And I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the what?
Out of the house of bondage.
What did the Most High God just call Egypt? The house of bondage, right? So now we can work with that. That's the operative word, bondage. Check out your flyer. Look at your flyer. The biggest word on your flyer, I want you to see it, right? We got another word for bondage. What is it? The biggest word on that flyer. Slavery.
That's right.
Slavery, right? So back to 28. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord will send the children of Israel into what? Read it one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Into Egypt again with ships. But what does Egypt mean? The land of bondage or slavery.
That's
Right? God just let us know that he was going to send the children of Israel into slavery by way of slave ship, cargo slave ships.
Right.
Right? That's our history. That's our history. Did that happen to anybody else in the world? No, that happened to us. You understand?
Right.
That happened to us.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.